A pleasant day to all. I am Ronald Ivan James T. De La Peña from BPA 3A. The topic of my presentation is about decentralization, its concepts and evolution. The purpose of my being here is to educate and share my knowledge and insight regarding this topic. Hope you like it and enjoy. What is centralization and decentralization? For me, centralization, it is the power of decision making is solely in the central government. Iisang sentro lamang ang may kapangyarihan at may control. While decentralization is the power of decision making is given and transferred to subunits such as the LGU to address the problem and issues of the public effectively. Now, let us hop on to the rationale for decentralization. Why is it important? Bakit nga ba importante ito? Well, for me, I have four things. Number one is the efficiency, transparency, accountability, and inclusiveness. These four characteristics are a crucial part of decentralization on how a local government should operate and in its development. Efficiency is important in delivering services to the public by being on time and being able to use resources to their full potential. Mas napapakinabangan ng publiko ang binabayad nilang tax kung ito ay nagagamit sa tama. Transparency and accountability are traits every local government and official must uphold. Being answerable for their actions while being open to the public criticism is a form of integrity and responsibility in public service. Mahalaga na kasama ito dahil tuloy nitong pinipigilan ang korupsyon sa gobyerno at para maiwasan na rin ang kapabayaan at kasakiman. Lastly, inclusiveness promotes social justice and protects marginalized groups. Kapag nabibigyan pansin at napoprotektahan ang karapatan ng mga nasa laylayan, naipapakita nito na may pagbabago at progresibo ang isang bansa. On to the next one, modes of decentralization. The devolution and deconcentration. Devolution, it is a transfer of power to LGU, granting them autonomy. Deconcentration, however, it is a transfer of authority to regional or field offices. Same with devolution pero walang permanent transfer ng resources at responsibilidad. For me, great example of devolution is when the 1987 Constitution enacts the local government code wherein LGU have autonomy. While the deconcentration naman is also very common, such as the schools and hospitals near our area. Political versus administrative decentralization. In this part, I have created a Venn diagram showing their similarities and differences. The differences between political and administrative centralization is that the political transfers of power permanently, while the administrative, it is a delegation of the authority to the regional or offices. Sa political naman, it is the local government unit, while in the administrative, field or regional offices. Ang approach na ginagamit sa political ay aerial approach, while in the administrative naman is delegation. The only similarities that I can think of is the transfer of power from central authority. Meaning, ang kapangyarihan ng dalawang ito ay nanggagaling sa isang central authority lamang. Let's proceed to the next one, historical development. In the historical development, it serves as the foundation kung paano ba nag-progress yung decentralization sa ating bansa? The first one is the Malolos Constitution. Serve as the foundation of political decentralization in the country. Kahit na hindi pa ganun kalawak ang kanilang pananaw ukol dito, nakikita na dati ng mga senyalis ng progresibong lipunan dahil sa paghalalang liderato. Marunong silang bumoto ngunit hindi pa ganun kalalim ang kanilang kaalaman tungkol dito. Next one is the American colonial period, 1902 to 1935, the centralization of power. Dahil sa pananakop ng mga Amerikano, napasakamay ng mga sundalo ang gobyerno dahil sa mas pinaniwalaan nila na kapag nasa isang kamay lang ito, mas ligtas at madaling kontrolin. Last one is the Philippine Commonwealth period, 1935 to 1945. This is during the World War II. The government is under supervision led by the President according to the 1935 Constitution under Article 7, Section 11. Kahit na pinayagang mag-operate ang mga LGU noon, limitado pa rin ang kanilang kayang gawin dahil nanatili ang Commonwealth Government bilang sentro ng kapangyarihan. Kahit na may presidente pa noon, pamahalang Amerikano pa rin ang namamahala sa ating bansa. The role of the Regional Development Councils. The Regional Development Council or RDC and regional offices strengthen their administrative decentralization by focusing on these key approaches, such as the following: the Integrated Area Development, Municipal Development approach, where they share and utilize equipment. Second one is the River Basin approach, or the Water Resource Development. Third one is Island Development approach, which recognizes the needs of island provinces. Provincial Development approach, where the approach is the main planning area. I believe that if the regional and the RDC focus on this part, they can surely do their job properly. Masasagot at matutugunan nila ang pangangailangan ng mga tao sa lugar na ito, lalo na ito ay nakafocus sa kanya-kanyang mga rehiyon. How does decentralization contribute to effective governance and citizen participation in the Philippines? Decentralization is crucial for effective governance and citizen participation because it enables the government to identify issues and challenges the community faces, develop and formulate solutions to these problems, and enforce laws and policies that the LGU needs. Decentralization enables individuals to exercise their rights as citizens, including the right to vote and to criticize public officials. The best thing I've experienced is when we went to Naga City for a youth event. And as we arrived there, the people were so nice. And the place felt so safe to live in. Clean space and infrastructure around the city. And accommodating public personnel greeted us. Even the governor of Camarines served us with traditional dance and choir performance. For the summary of my report, decentralization is a transfer of power from the central authority to the LGUs. It has two forms: political decentralization pertaining to the permanent transfer of power, and administrative decentralization pertaining to the delegation of power to the region or offices. The Regional Development Councils or the RDC is very important because of its role in helping the LGU plan and implement projects. This is the references that I use in my report. All of these came from the module that our professor in local and regional governance created, Professor Ivy Bonca. Before I end my report, I just want to leave my favorite quote from Desmond Tutu. It is stated that if you are a neutral in situations of injustice, you have chosen the side of the oppressor. Being silent doesn't mean you choose to avoid something. Rather, it helps the oppressor. Being able to make a stand and have your voice heard is a gift and an honor not just for your country, but for the people who died fighting for it. Makibahagi at makiisa. Yun lamang at maraming salamat. Sana may natutunan kayo sa aking report na ito.